Hey guys, how's it going? Earlier this week I had a chance to play SIFU. If you caught my live stream, I checked it out. I got a code from the developers for PC. I didn't unfortunately get to play it on PS5, but I streamed the PC version of this game. If you haven't played SIFU, it's basically your classic kung fu martial arts revenge story where you play as a young martial arts character who's on a path of revenge, and along the way you fight in these amazing 3D environments with the cell shading type of graphics. You fight tons of enemies. It's like an action beat 'em up game where you use the environment and weapons and just overall your skills to your advantage. But it is a bit of a roguelike. This means your character dies, but the twist is when you die your character ages, and you age until the age of 73. So it's kind of like you get older, but certain, like, I guess buffs and nerfs happen to your character to make them stronger or weaker depending on the situation. But there's also skill trees and different moves that you develop and things like that. Training, it's honestly pretty hardcore. I really wanted to check this out on the PS5 because the way that this game actually looks is beautiful. I love the cell shaded look. I love the kung fu I guess vibe to it. It's kind of like that one game, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, but with a little bit more of kung fu action. So basically you're tasked with eliminating 5 martial arts masters who basically murdered your father. The opening starts off with a pretty badass training montage. So anyways, with each death in the game you have the option to revive right away where you fell, with no enemy resets, but it comes along with a certain price. So you do get older, and after a certain number of resurrects, your health decreases while your strength increases. So it's kind of like a pros and cons to it. So you get stronger, but your health decreases. So you start at age 20, and then until you're in your 70s or so. So I think once you hit like 73, it's game over, and you have to start over. Now, I learned the hard way, do not button mash in this game. If you watched my live stream, I was just button mashing. I couldn't remember the attacks, the sweeps, the reversals, anything to save my life. And that's where you need to really sit down and sink the teeth of this game, because it is a challenge. It's hard. It's awesome though. Like normally with some games, I just rage quit and never pick it up again. But there was a one more time factor with basically, you gotta learn your enemies' weaknesses, their patterns, look at the environment, see what kind of weapons there are. There might be a bottle on a bar stool, or you might be able to kick a footstool and trip your enemy. It definitely has a John Wick, like, Enter the Dragon vibe to it. It's freaking awesome. I unfortunately can't get past the second stage as of this video, but I've put a lot of time and effort into it. I can't put this game down. So if you haven't tried it out yet, I recommend you guys check it. I mean, honestly, this review is not doing any justice. And you know, I've played other types of roguelike games in the past, but never one that was martial arts. They're usually like some kind of like twin stick shooter roguelike or some dungeon crawling type of roguelike. So in all honesty, the kung fu martial arts aspect of the game itself is what caught my attention the most from it. I remember seeing the trailer, seeing the graphics, and I was like, all right, that looks like a pretty badass little beat 'em up. And then throw the unique gameplay mechanic with the aging on top of that, and you got a experience that's going to test your beat 'em up and roguelike skills. So SIFU, I'm telling you, if you haven't played it yet, SIFU is, I would say, maybe a hidden gem. This is definitely a nice little game out of nowhere. Now, real quick, they will be having a physical version coming in May. I believe in May they'll be releasing a physical version. So I'm going to pick it up for the PS5 physically. So keep your eye out for that. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.